Our daughter Jo was 30 when she took her own life. She was funny, she was clever, she was gifted, and she was a seeker. She sought out different places, experiences, people, foods, everything. And even now I can't look at the spices in the cupboard because she used them all when she was home, and they're all there because she was the one that made all these different culinary treats and everything else. And she was just an amazing, amazing young person, really. And we never in a million years imagined that we would be the family that this would happen to, that our daughter would take her life. I think in my experience, and it's like nothing else you would ever think through life would ever going to happen to you or would ever have the impact that it's the most impactful thing that will ever and has ever happened to our whole family, actually. And I'm familiar with loss. I lost my father when I was young, and people have said, oh, losing a child, it's like the worst thing. And of course that is the worst thing, but losing a child to suicide is like adds on to it more than you could ever imagine, actually. I've thought a lot about this question, and one of my other daughters had said to me, do you think is there a lot of shame attached to suicide? And I think there is, undoubtedly, because it's been this whole rhetoric, commit suicide, and it was a sin, a mortal sin. People weren't allowed proper burials, and we were talking earlier about how it was regarded as actually a crime. And I think when you sit and think about that, obviously you then think, gosh, it's so far from that. It's not a crime. Someone is in the worst possible mental space, and they probably they don't think about the people that are left and the impact that it has on so far-reaching, on friends, family, those closest to them. It's just enormous. So I think if the rhetoric around suicide is changed and the stigma around it is changed, it can only be for the good. But I can't, sitting here, I can't say that it will make a difference to us and our family, because it's still happened, and we will still wish every day that it hadn't. If I think about it, I've known other people not well that have committed suicide, and you sort of in your head, you have an idea, oh, they maybe drank a lot, or they'd had a difficult upbringing, or these things had happened later in life. And I look at our daughter, there were no drugs or alcohol in her system, there was no diagnosed mental health conditions. So it can absolutely happen to anybody, whatever. Suicide cuts across every family, every community, and I think you're completely unprepared for that situation. And if I was to look at someone that was thinking of taking their own life, I think the one thing I would like to be able to say is just reach out to one person, pick up the phone, even if you've been estranged from a friend, from a family member, just pick up that phone and make that call, because it could be the thing that changes it. Because days can be really black and periods of time can be really black, but I think being human means you can get through that, and there is an ability to come out the other side, and it's just maybe having that one conversation or that one moment that can maybe just change your life, your mindset just that little bit, enough to not make you do it.